Messieurs, dames, ce combat est prévu pour un maximum de 20 minutes ou une chute. Scheduled for one fall or a 20-minute time limit. L'arbitre en charge du combat, Monsieur Patrice Maltais. Pour ce combat, le championnat Shimmer n'est pas en jeu. Tout d'abord, à ma gauche, pesant 160 livres, elle provient de Tokyo, au Japon. Voici Hailey. Et à ma droite, son adversaire, pesant 142 livres, elle provient de San Francisco, Californie. Elle est de Future Legend. Voici Cheerleader, Melissa.
Ring the bell.
This matchup starts with a handshake. Femme Fatale flashback. Cheerleader Melissa and Hailey Hatred making her Femme Fatale debut. Both international travelers, both very fond and very well experienced in the style of Joshi wrestling in Japan, so I expect to see a lot of that on display. A little careful engagement before they back away, and it's a matter of who makes the first move. Will it be Hatred or Melissa as they lock up? Hatred seemingly getting the better of the lockup, takes Melissa up against the ropes. Referee calls for a break. Hatred obliges. Melissa keeping her cool, keeping her composure, knowing this is going to be a very tough matchup. Hailey Hatred, very decorated competitor, but then again, so is Cheerleader Melissa. They lock up again, and Melissa able to take Hatred around into the corner. Referee calls for the break. Melissa backs away. Cheerleader Melissa, a staple of Femme Fatale, always up to welcoming any new competitor, any regular competitor, but of course wanting to establish herself as one of the pillars of Femme Fatale. As Hatred twists the arm, Melissa tries to break free. Hatred hammerlocks. Hatred taken down to a knee. Transitions into a cover. Applies a front face lock on Melissa. Melissa switches out, pulls in Hatred. Hatred tried to trap Melissa. Melissa drives the knee into the back. Hatred fights up to her feet, goes behind Melissa. Chess match we're seeing here as Melissa takes Hatred down to the mat. Traps her on the canvas. Hatred finally gets the armbar as Melissa goes to the ropes. What a display by both competitors in this matchup. Cheerleader Melissa having her supporters. But so does Hailey Hatred. Melissa tripped down to the canvas. Hatred brings the elbow down onto the knee and applies the leg lock. Oh, Melissa now switches over, applies an, oh, tries to apply the armbar. Hatred kept the hands grasped together. Hatred throw on the bottom rope as Melissa threw the stomp to the back. Hatred moves in, lands the low leg kick, snapmares Melissa over. Goes right back to an armbar. Melissa keeping the hands together and has the foot on the bottom rope. 2 for good measure. Melissa applying the pressure on the face lock, and Hatred takes her over, covers. Incredible display as Melissa bridges up, goes around, and applies the side headlock on Hatred, who goes down to a knee. Hatred finally trying to break the lock, going to the body, shoves off Melissa. Both collide, and Melissa goes to the ropes, but again a stalemate. Next onto the clothesline, Melissa finally drops Hatred. Hatred right back up to her feet, throws the boot, knocks down Melissa. Melissa comes right back at Hatred, back and forth exchange. Dragon screw, Hatred grabbing at the leg, and Melissa moves in quick. Grabbing the legs of Hailey Hatred. There's an elbow for good measure. Melissa taking Hatred over. Referee checking, sees what Hatred wants to do in this position. Hatred trying to do whatever she can do to try and loosen the pressure. Nasty crank being applied by cheerleader Melissa. Hailey Hatred trying to look to go to the rope. Finally gets the bottom rope. Melissa having to break but holding on to it. Melissa keeping the pressure up on the leg. Slams the leg of Hailey Hatred down to the canvas. Oh, again, twists around. Hatred in pain. Melissa comes down again. Crowd showing their appreciation for this fantastic display we're seeing of this, the classics of professional wrestling, as finally Hailey Hatred able to get a body scissors, able to get choke applied on cheerleader Melissa, and just like that, the advantage for Hailey Hatred. But has to let go as cheerleader Melissa had the mount position through some ground and pound and goes right back to the leg of Hatred. Hard clubs to the back from cheerleader. Oh, brings the kick down. Another axe kick. Hatred on the bottom rope, getting choked by Melissa. Melissa having her way with Hailey Hatred at this point of the matchup. Hatred surprises Melissa. Northern Lights has the leg raised, and that's what could have been the difference maker. Melissa gets caught coming in. Armbar attempt, but rolls over, but there's Hatred on top of her, and goes right back into submission. The body scissors applied. Hailey Hatred in her Femme Fatale debut trying to submit or make Cheerleader Melissa pass out. Melissa switches around, knocks down Hatred. Hatred right back up. Ooh. Hatred shoving Melissa to the canvas. Crowd watching this is just, quite the contest. So Hailey Hatred stepping down on Melissa. Seen so much in this matchup in terms of grappling on the mat. But you feel the tempo about to kick up soon as Hatred goes down to the canvas. Trapping up Melissa, cranking on the arm. Melissa gets a kick through to Hatred, gets the bottom rope. But Hatred continues to apply the pressure. Referee keeping it close. Watching what's going on. Melissa gets to the bottom rope. Hatred had to realize, though, she had Melissa in a position where she could get to the bottom rope. You got to pull her a bit more away from that. Twists the arm. Melissa catches her. Melissa drops Hatred with a neck breaker. Quick elbow from Melissa. Covers. Ooh, another axe kick to the back of Hailey Hatred. Melissa having a lot of success with those in this matchup. If it's working, why not keep going to it? Drop kick from Melissa knocks Hatred to the floor. Don't expect to see a lot of fancy grappling and transitions if this matchup goes to the outside, that's for sure. Melissa pressing Hailey Hatred up against the guardrail. Breaks the count of the referee. Hatred sent in to an opposing guardrail. Referee's got the count going. Melissa, though, keeping attention to the referee's count, breaks it. Hooks Hatred. Well, this doesn't look good at all, but Hatred resisting. Club thrown to the back from Melissa. Hatred takes Melissa into the guardrail. Charges in for good measure, delivers the drop kick to Melissa on the guardrail. Oh, up to 7. Melissa sent back into the ring. Maybe not. Oh, Halfway there. Oh, big running knee from Hatred. Hatred telling the referee to start the count again. Hailey Hatred opting to take a possible count-out victory. We'll hate to see a matchup like this end on a count-out, but not looking good for Cheerleader Melissa at this exact moment. Up to 7. Melissa, though, showing some life. Finally gets back into the ring, breaks up the count, but Hatred right there to take advantage. Hatred moves in on Melissa. Has her up against the ropes, throws the chop to the chest. Hatred whips off Melissa, lifts her up in the tilt-a-roll slam. Cover, shoulder up, but immediately Hatred grabs a hold of Melissa and applies the submission. Getting a warning, too, that 5 minutes away from the time limit. Modified Cobra Clutch hold from Hailey Hatred. Melissa in a lot of pain, a lot of agony, but gets her foot up on the middle rope. But Hatred in a very good position at this moment. Might be looking to put the finishing touches on Melissa. Hatred stalking Melissa, grabs a hold of her. No, Melissa surprising Hatred, rolls through it. Almost puts it away. Boot to the face from Melissa. Melissa up top. Gets caught by Hatred. Melissa was going up top. Hatred cuts her off. Hatred up there with Melissa. Hooking her. Melissa trying to offer some resistance, but Hailey has her hooked and superplex, almost like a super fisherman's plex. Hatred covers. Melissa gets the shoulder off the canvas, even after a hellacious landing like that. Look on the face of Hailey Hatred says it all. Where does she go from here? She has Melissa hurt. You can hear Melissa coughing. Hatred stalking Melissa. Finally grabs her by the hair. Back and forth forearm strikes between Hailey Hatred, Cheerleader Melissa. Hatred grabs Melissa by the hair, throws the chop. Kick, a chop. Hatred comes off the ropes, hits the lariat. Covers Melissa. That's 2-minute warning of this matchup. 2 minutes to go and this match is over. Hatred takes Melissa up onto the top rope again. Melissa fighting her off. Melissa with the drop kick. But both Hatred and Melissa down. Oh, it's getting close. Getting down to the nitty gritty. Back suplex from Melissa. Covers. Racing against the clock. Melissa ties up the legs of Hailey Hatred. Takes her over. Applying the pressure. We saw this earlier. The attack on the legs, but now Melissa bending Hailey Hatred. Referee checking close, seeing what Hatred wants to do, but the clock is dwindling down. Hatred yelling out in pain, trying to grab the bottom rope. Oh, here we go. And Melissa setting up for the curb stomp. But JF Kelly counting down, and that's it. That's it for this matchup. Time has ran out. It has expired, and there'll be no winner of this matchup, but the crowd.
5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
Crowd wants 5 more minutes. Crowd wants to see a winner in this matchup. Stefan at ringside. Oh, we're gonna get 5 more minutes. Melissa Hatred agreeing to it.
5 more minutes.
Okay, here we go. 5 minutes, and Hatred surprising Melissa. Small package. Both desperately trying to get the quick victory as the clock is on the go. Rear naked choke applied by Hailey Hatred. Already been such a hell of a battle between Cheerleader Melissa and Hailey Hatred. We go into overtime. Melissa goes down back to the canvas, and Hatred switches around, goes back to the arm bar. Melissa gets the bottom rope. Two well-decorated, well-traveled competitors going to war here in Montreal as Melissa comes swinging at Hatred. Stefan of Femmes Fatales administration granting 5 more minutes to this matchup. Melissa charges in, jumps up, hits the forearm. Hatred goes down to the canvas. Melissa covers. Both have been throwing their heavy artillery, but cannot seem to put the opponent down. Melissa setting up for the vertebreaker. Hatred lifts her up. Tiger suplex. Clock's still going down. So much has been taken out of Hailey Hatred and cheerleader Melissa. What will it take to put on the finishing touches? Oh, both have the same idea. Hatred, big time release German suplex. Lariat from Melissa, both are down again. Referee counting. Melissa lifts up. Nope. He's trying to set up possibly for the air raid crash. The elbows saving Hailey Hatred. Hatred off the ropes. Gets caught. Samoan drop. But is that enough? Melissa doesn't hook the leg, but Hatred shoves her off. Getting close to just a minute left in this overtime. The 20-minute time limit expired. Went into a 5-minute overtime, but that's starting to wane down too.
Last minute of this match.
Both slugging it out. Back and forth, back and forth. Digging down deep in the tank, cheerleader Melissa, Hailey Hatred. Back and forth, back and forth. Oh, wait, almost 20 seconds left.
5 seconds, 20 seconds.
Oh, we're getting down again, folks. 10 seconds left. No. Melissa takes her down, but the time limit expires again. And that's going to be it, folks. Overtime's over, and crowd showing their appreciation for these two. Hell of a matchup between cheerleader Melissa and Hailey Hatred, whether it be the regular 20-minute match, that 5-minute display. You gotta show your respect for these two, that's for sure. Thank you for watching this episode of Femmes Fatales Flashback, folks. See you very soon.
Messieurs, encore une fois,
Yeah.